Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to share with you the importance of hydrogen, the role of water within the body, and what molecular hydrogen can give you in terms of health benefits. Most of chronic illness is a result of poor diet and lifestyle. And at the foundation of that is oxidative damage within the body and inflammation. So that inflammation, that oxidative damage can be coming from a number of different places, including poor diet and lifestyle, chemical stress, as well as emotional stress as well. And so this is really, really important to understand, because when you understand the foundation of how disease and illness gets created in the body, you can utilize powerful tools like molecular hydrogen to really help shift the internal terrain within your body, to help your body to restore its own health and vitality. And so wellness isn't really the absence of illness, it is the presence of light in every cell. And when I say light in every cell, I mean your mitochondria being properly supported through nutrition, through hydration. Unfortunately, at this time, most people are living in a state of chronic stress, nervous system dysregulation, and overload. And this makes it really hard for your body to function properly. It makes it hard for you to think clearly. And if you are trying to do better by your diet, it makes it harder for your body to actually absorb the benefits from the nutrients that you're putting into your body. Because when you're in a state of stress, digestion doesn't function the way that it could. It doesn't function optimally. And so, because inflammation is the root of what is going on, along with oxidative damage, this is something that we really want to be focused on in a protocol. Not just the nutrition piece, but also addressing the nervous system, regulating the nervous system on a deeper level, and supporting the body so that it can reduce the oxidative stress and damage. And we live in a culture where burnout is normalized. Sometimes it's even glamorized. And most people have never actually experienced what it feels like to feel good in their body. And so 75% of people are chronically dehydrated. Most people, when they are drinking water, are drinking the wrong kind of water. They're drinking alkaline water, which is really, really binding to the blood, or they're drinking reverse osmosis water, which has none of the contaminants that is typically found in water, but it also has none of the minerals that we're supposed to have in water either. And so that's not the kind of water that you want to be drinking. Distilled water, reverse osmosis water are best to avoid. And the other type of water that you want to avoid is tap water. So personally, I use filtered water, and I use that filtered water to make molecular hydrogen water. That is the type of water that I choose to drink every single day. Now, it's really, really important to understand that water is a carrier. It is a carrier of oxygen and nutrients to all your cells and tissues. And so when you're not hydrated properly, that means oxygen and nutrients aren't getting to your cells and tissues. Water also aids in detoxification and elimination. It's needed to help move the lymph in your body. So when you're dehydrated, your detoxification goes on halt. And that means that there's toxins and metabolic waste and all of this garbage that's literally building up in your body, and you don't want that. And so I want to speak to you about the power of molecular hydrogen and what it can offer you in terms of your health and well-being. So I started learning about molecular hydrogen about 3 years ago. Quite by accident, I was invited to listen in on a webinar that was being presented by an alternative cancer treatment center in Mexico. And I got really curious about what hydrogen does in the body. And what I learned on that seminar is that 62% of our body is made from hydrogen. In fact, all of life comes from hydrogen. It is this small yet mighty molecule that has made a massive impact on our entire world. And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for hydrogen. And so the way that that center was using hydrogen was they were using various molecular hydrogen treatments with their patients. And across the board, no matter what the patient was dealing with, they saw an improvement in symptomology. They saw an overall improvement in someone's health. And so I became really curious as to how can I work with molecular hydrogen? How can I bring it into my practice? And I ended up finding the Cell Power bottle and started working with Lumi to learn about how Lumavite, to learn about how to properly support the body at the hydration level. Now, what got me super excited about the Cell Power bottle, and I still am excited about the Cell Power bottle, is that wasn't just the ability in the bottle to make molecular hydrogen, but there were also magnets in the base to help structure the water. So our body deals with structured water much better. It's readily absorbed into our cells and tissues, whereas reverse osmosis isn't. And so you want to be drinking structured water. When you're eating fruit, fruit is actually a form of structured water. And so I ended up getting a Cell Power bottle myself and using it and noticing the difference right away in terms of my hydration and also how I felt in my body, my energy, my vitality. I never get sore from workouts anymore. If I have any type of a minor injury, like I fell not that long ago, quite by accident, I actually loaded up on molecular hydrogen and redox, as well as superfoods to help my body to recover quickly. And within 24 or 48 hours, rather, all of the pain from my fall was completely gone and I was functioning back to normal. So when you use certain modalities and know how to implement them, it can really speed up recovery. If you do get injured or if you're dealing with a chronic illness, this is a way to speed up recovery. And introducing quality nutrition, quality hydration, that's foundational for health. And so I want to speak to you today about Luma. Luma is the next bottle after the Cell Power bottle. And the thing that's very exciting about Luma is that it actually has a dual chamber technology and it's a patented bottle. So no other bottle in the world has this. In fact, after almost 3 years of being on the market, no other bottle has frequencies in the lid like the Cell Power bottle. So this is the next level up from the Cell Power bottle. And what this dual chamber technology allows you to do is you're making the hydrogen in a separate chamber from the water that you're going to be drinking from. And this means that you can put other things in that you're drinking. So you can put in tea. In my case, I'll be putting in superfoods into the chamber to drink, but I can have hydrogen infused superfoods, which is very, very exciting. And this is the only bottle in the world that's going to be able to do that. And the reason this is important is because you want to protect the membrane of the bottle, because it is the membrane that is the most important when it comes to making molecular hydrogen. To my knowledge, every other molecular hydrogen bottle on the market uses the DuPont membrane. And if you're familiar with DuPont, it is not a health company. So I definitely don't trust their membranes at all, but I trust this membrane. Now, the Luma bottle is also bigger. So it's 33% bigger than the Cell Power bottle. So it allows for more hydration, more water. Especially for me, oftentimes I will put water in my bottle and go somewhere. And most of the time when they have a water system wherever I am, it's usually reverse osmosis, so which is not water that I want to be drinking. There's going to be interchangeable lids. There's going to be a lid with frequencies. That's the prism lid. Then the bottle is also going to come with the signal lid. That's the base lid that it starts with. And that is going to allow you to have a breath function. So I'm talking about nervous system dysregulation. Breath is one of the key ways to restore nervous system balance. And so you'll have different breath modes, like depending on what you're wanting to achieve, whether you're wanting to calm yourself down or restore or energize yourself. You can do like energetic breath as well. So there's going to be that function. There's going to be the being function, or there is the being function. And this allows you to use chromotherapy. Let's face it, we have a response to different colors that we see in our environment. I know for myself, when I see blues and greens, I always feel calm. And so it's really important to use chromotherapy as a way of helping to support your body as well. And then we have Lumi, and this is about tapping into circadian rhythm. There's going to be 4 circadian rhythm functions on the bottle. And again, this has to do with helping to support your nervous system. So depending on the time of day, you can select one of these different options and help support your body in terms of the circadian rhythm. And so that's one of the ways to bring molecular hydrogen into your body. The other way is the LVIQ tablets, especially if you're not quite ready for the bottle yet. The LVIQ tablets have a really great formulation. It's not just molecular hydrogen. You also have some other key things that I love, such as resveratrol, which helps in terms of antioxidant support. We've got spermidine that helps with autophagy. That is when your body goes inward and scavenges and gets rid of any damaged cells. A lot of people do intermittent fasting and fasting in order to get into a state of autophagy, but here you can just take the LVIQ, and then you've got actually NR, which is a precursor to NAD+. And this is one of those things, like a lot of people are doing NAD+ patches, and they're trying to get more NAD+ into their body, because after the age of 40, your body makes less. But here you're giving the NR, which will allow your body to make its own NAD+. And then we've got some B12, vitamin C. And so I really love this formulation, and I love having these tablets, especially if I'm missing out on sleep or something's stressing me out or I'm traveling. I will usually take extra LVIQ to help support my body and help my nervous system. So this is the back of the LVIQ tablet. And of course, it's third party tested and validated, just like the bottle, by H2 Analytics. And this is really, really important because unfortunately, or fortunately, hydrogen is trending, and there's a lot of not great products that are available on the market. So it's really, really important that this is third party tested and validated, because you want to make sure that you're working with something that is quality. And so I invite you to either try the bottle or try the tablets or try both. In my case, I utilize both every single day and have felt the shift internally in terms of the regulation of my nervous system, better sleep, and I never get sore from workouts anymore. If I fall or slip or some bizarre thing happens, I utilize my tools, molecular hydrogen, redox, micronutrient dense superfoods, to help support my body in helping it to recover faster. And the other thing that I've heard from many people is that they've been able to slowly titrate off medications. They've been able to stop taking certain supplements as a result of bringing in molecular hydrogen into their body. Because what the molecular hydrogen does is it supports their mitochondria, DNA, RNA. It helps reduce oxidative damage. It's a selective antioxidant. There's like 50 different benefits to using molecular hydrogen. And the wonderful thing is that when you're using molecular hydrogen, you can get rid of some of those other things and really simplify your daily routine. I remember when I was still sick, I was having to time when I took medications, when I took supplements. I had to go to the doctor and get refills on prescriptions, all of this extra work to do. And now my life is so simple because I've upgraded my nutrition, I've upgraded my hydration, and I don't have to run around doing all of these multiple things. I've made it simple and easy for myself. And the simpler and easy something is, the easier it is for you to stick to it in long term, right? The more steps you have to do, the more complicated it is, the harder it is to do long term. So I'm very happy that I started learning about molecular hydrogen because it's been an absolute game changer for my health. And I've seen it improve the health of many, many clients in the time that I've been working with it. You can also go to the NIH website and put in an ailment and molecular hydrogen and see what comes up, because there's literally thousands and thousands of articles and studies out there that are looking at the role of molecular hydrogen in various ailments. And it's impossible to keep up with all of them. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching this video. Of course, if you have questions, please reach out to me directly. And I'm more than happy to answer your questions. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Thanks so much for being here. I hope that you are enjoying the content on this channel. If you have not already done so, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you are notified every single time a new piece of content goes up. If you're not already a part of my online community, go to my website, sign up for my newsletter so that you are in the know. On my newsletter, I'll be sharing all kinds of promos and discounts as they come up. To work with me, check out my monthly membership, Elevate, which is really focused on addressing parasites and the root causes of chronic illness within the body. If you are interested in holistic health and well-being, you have definitely landed in the right place. Thanks so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.